Good morning, students. It's Mr. Maxwell here. Today we're going to reiterate some of the things that we've spoke about earlier in the week here in video number 2, and we're going to add a new topic today. But I just want to real quickly run through. I appreciate you guys working on some of the tardy in attendance. We've noticed fewer students in the hallway, more students are being on time. Wanted to remind you about the breakfast closing at 8:40. Now just be aware that if you are a late bus, then we will allow you to eat out. We always generally have 1 or 2 late buses, and we had made provisions so those students are able to get in line. But students, I've seen students get upset, but I want to reiterate, you have plenty of time if you get here at 8:15, and if you're in line at 8:40, we allow you to eat. But if you come in the cafeteria after 8:40, it's not reasonable to expect that you can be in class by 8:45 ready to learn. So get here early on that note. And on another note, some students are being late to class because of the purchase of the slushies. If you want to buy a slushie, then you need to purchase that at the beginning of lunch. You need to finish that before you leave the cafeteria. That is part of your cafeteria time, and we want you to enjoy that, but you do not need to take that with you. Some teachers don't allow food or drinks in, especially with the computers and all, so just know that the slushie cannot be a tardy pass, so you need to finish that in the cafeteria. Now the next topic I want to get to involves dress code. As the weather warms up, the tendency of certain students is to wear less clothes, and that's okay as long as they are appropriate. We'll talk, generally the ladies, we want to make sure that your tops are 3 fingers wide. We don't want any bare midriffs, your stomach exposed. We also want to make sure that everything else is well covered up. And as far as the length of your shorts and or skirts, if you stand to your side and put your hands down, the garment should be as long as your longest fingertip. And that's not when you do like this, it's when you relax your shoulders. And that doesn't have to be very long, and it still can be stylish, but just want you guys to know that we are about to start cracking down on dress code on Monday. So what that means, I'm giving you the rest of this week, and I'm giving you the weekend to go shopping and put together outfits that are appropriate. So that starts Monday. What we'll first ask you to do is you can either change clothes while you're here, or you can have someone bring you a change of clothes, or you will be sent to ISS for either the remainder of the day or until you can get those garments changed. So what we want to do is try to avoid that. Please just come to school within the dress code. Everything needs to be covered up, and that's pretty a simple way to look at it. Also, as far as footwear goes, bedroom slippers are not appropriate. You need to be able to be safe, and your feet need to be protected in the event of emergency, so we need you to wear appropriate footwear. Gentlemen and or ladies, if it applies to you, with the bust and slack thing, I don't have a problem with you wearing your pants low if your t-shirt or any other garment completely covers this. The problem gets into when your undergarments are exposed. That is inappropriate, it's indecent exposure, and it will not be tolerated anymore. We're going to ask that you pull these up. Coach Riles has secured a lot of football belts, so if it's a belt that's preventing you from wearing your pants up where they need to be, then he's going to help you out with that. So we're here to help as well. We do not want to see your undergarments or what lies beneath your undergarments, so we ask that you keep those pants up. Same rule applies to that. We're going to ask you to pull them up. If they don't come up, then you'll go to ISS until they get up, or you'll have to stay there. So we don't want to go there. We want you to do these things without us asking to, but just know that this is getting out of hand, and before it gets out of hand, I want to lay the expectation out with you again and let you know that we expect you to dress professionally. This is not what I wear on the weekend, and I'm not trying to tell you what to wear on the weekend or after school, but this is your job. While you're here, you are at work. Your job right now is to be in school. My job right now is to make you here and make sure you're here and doing what we need to do. So I need you to dress the part. I dress the part. I need you to dress the part. It doesn't mean you have to wear a tie or a shirt every day, but at a minimum you need to be covered, and your clothing does not need to contain any offensive language. It does not reference any illegal substances. If you have any clothing or book bags referencing illegal substances, that will be addressed as well. We want you guys to enjoy your time here. We want you to be fashionable if that's your thing, but we can't have inappropriate dress. We can't have indecent exposure. We can't have things going on that are just simply not appropriate for this environment. I appreciate you guys working with me on this. I want to make sure that it's very clear. Once again, we're trying to help you when you leave school, when you go to the real world. Employers are not going to accept this type of dress. So we are your employer right now. This is your job. So we need you to act accordingly, and hopefully, you will be more prepared for the real world by adhering to our dress code and starting to learn some of the attributes of being a professional. So we thank you. We'll be coming back later in the week or at the beginning of the next week for a couple more updates, but that's all for now. Have a good day.